Good morning, everyone. This is the Bally Bronx CAC meeting regarding request to amend the Bally's Bronx application. I'll start by doing a call to order and establishing quorum. So good morning, my name is Noreen Siddiqui. I'm a NYSEC consultant representing the New York State Gaming Commission. Upon the receipt of a completed application in response to the RFA issued pursuant to New York Racing Pari-Mutuel Wagering and Breeding Law Title 2A, the New York State Gaming Commission established a Community Advisory Committee, or CAC, for each application received based upon the physical location of the proposed gaming facility. Accordingly, having received a completed application for a project at 450 Hutchinson River Parkway in the Bronx, the Commission has established a CAC for the Bally's Bronx project. By statute, the CAC consists of appointees made by the governor, state senator, state assembly member, mayor, borough president, and council member who represent the area where the proposed facility is to be located. So I will now call the roll of appointed members. Lisa Soren, committee chair, appointed by borough president Vanessa Gibson.
Present.
Ray Salivarios, appointed by Governor Hochul. Alex Porco, appointed by Senator Fernandez.
Present.
Matthew McKay, by Assembly Member Benedetto.
Present.
Paul Phillips, appointed by Mayor Adams. Danielle Volpe, appointed by Council Member Christy Marmorato.
Present.
Please note that committee members Ray Salivarios and Paul Phillips are absent as of right now. Pursuant to New York General Construction Law, Section 41, a quorum will be established by the presence of 4 members. Since we have a quorum of 4 to 5 members present, we can continue with business. Moving on to the consideration of proposing amendments to the Bally's Bronx application. To begin, I want to stress that this meeting is not a vote on whether or not to approve or disapprove the Bally's Bronx project. As per guidance issued by the Gaming Facility Allocation Board on June 23rd and September 3rd of this year, the CAC may solicit changes to a bidder's application within limitations. A bidder may make a promise, commitment, or obligation. All promises, commitments, or obligations have to be definitive, meaning they're not incumbent on future state or local discretionary action, and ability of the bidder to perform. The CAC may also request a bidder change or modify their application. Again, changes, promises, commitments, or obligations have to be incorporated into an application for the board or commission to have any role in enforcement of such. No change or modification necessitating a change to either the New York State Environmental Quality Review Act or the New York City Environmental Quality Review process can be considered. The Gaming Facility Allocation Board developed a form to transmit and document any request for change or modification, which Lisa, the chair, will complete, and I will pass on to the Bally's Bronx team. Are there any members who wish to offer a proposal for the committee's consideration?
Yes.
Oh, right? Okay. Okay, so we have some amendments in different categories. I will read through them quickly and then we can discuss them briefly. Community Benefits Fund Board. Will Bally's agree to establish a Community Benefits Fund Board composed of 11 voting seats modeled after Hudson River Park Trust or other successful trust agreement, such as 4 seats reserved by appointment of electeds, 2 non-voting, and the remaining 7 seats to the Community Board? Comments, questions? Good?
Good. Okay.
Okay. Community Benefit Fund contributions and priorities. Will Bally's commit to contributing a minimum of $17.5 million annually? Will the Community Benefits Board and Bally's codify the projects and institutions within Community Board 10? Will all distributions be transparent with public annual reports and presentations to the community? Will Bally's commit to continuous permanent funding for neighborhood cleaning, beautification, including litter removal, graffiti cleanups, and landscaping? Will Bally's fund local institutions within Community Board 10 and adjacent neighborhoods through the Community Benefits Fund? And there's a list that we've put together regarding veterans, civic club associations, environmental cultural groups, and so on. Will Bally's fund other capital improvements and programmatic funding for existing CB10 parks, rather than purchasing new parkland. Comments, questions?
Good.
Good?
Good.
Good, Alex? Okay. Now we move into Parks, Conservancy, and Parkland alienation. Will Bally's establish a Bally's Bronx Conservancy or trust with New York City Parks, modeled on successful trust or conservancy structures to maintain and improve Ferry Point Park on a long-term basis? Will Bally's agree that the amount required for parkland alienation, for example, $100 million, or the final amount determined by Parks Department, not to be diverted into the general funds? Will Bally support facilitating the transfer of ownership of Balcom Avenue Fields from DOT to Parks? Will Bally's provide multi-year resources through the Conservancy for maintenance, programming, and upgrades? Comments, questions?
Good.
Good. Alex? Okay. Employment and hiring. Will Bally's adopt a tiered point-based hiring system that is a merit-based but gives first preference to Community Board 10 residents? Will Bally's publish quarterly hiring data showing hires by geographic tier so community can track progress? Will Bally's consider providing childcare assistance, including exploring on-site childcare options? Comments, questions?
Good.
Good? Okay. Traffic and infrastructure. I think this is a big one. Will Bally's and DOT configure the new overpass to include a dedicated one-way turnaround lane separated by appropriate traffic engineering measures such as Jersey barriers? The committee proposes that the planned bike lane on Ring Road and within Ferry Point Park not be implemented. Instead, the space used to create a third lane dedicated to buses, bicycles, and emergency vehicles. The committee requests a traffic study at Lafayette Avenue and Cross Bronx Expressway westbound. Comments, questions?
Good.
Good? Good. Transparency and accountability. Will Bally's provide quarterly public updates on hiring, community benefit funds distribution, and park improvement and traffic mitigation? Will Bally's designate one or more representatives to present updates directly to Community Board 10 leadership and local civic groups? Will Bally host at least one annual public forum with materials posted online for public review? Comments, questions? No? Good? Danielle? Alex?
Good.
Okay. Environmental and water quality. Will Bally's commit to installing enhanced on-site stormwater management and treatment systems? Will Bally's adopt Save the Sounds Eastchester Bay Water Quality Report cards, grades as benchmarks, and publish annual updates? Will Bally's work with New York City Department of Environmental Protection to identify and fund mitigation of specific combined sewer overflows tied to Eastchester Bay? Will Bally's publicly document its contribution to any DEP or equivalent projects so the community can track measurable reductions in CSO discharge? Will the Ring Road reconstruction incorporate stormwater and flood mitigation features, including nature-based solutions near Ferry Point Park wetlands? Will Bally's consider achieving sustainability standards higher than LEED Gold, including LEED Platinum and shoreline resilience measures? Will Bally's support independent monitoring with third-party experts? Will Bally's conduct a comprehensive study of the existing wildlife and habitats at Ferry Point Park? Comments, questions?
Good.
Good? Excellent. Public Safety Plan Amendments Proposal. On-site substation Ferry Point Park detail. Bally's could host a dedicated Ferry Point Park detail substation housed within the resort and casino. This would be modeled after proven deployments at Yankee Stadium and Orchard Beach, providing a direct physical presence on site and at Ferry Point. NYP detail and overtime program options. Recognizing that the 45th precinct is already stretched thin across a wide area, Bally's could support additional support and coverage through one or both of the following proven models. NYPD paid detail program, NYPD overtime program. These models could be used separately or in combination, giving flexibility to expand resources during peak demand periods, holidays, events, weekends, while ensuring long-term scalable supplemental coverage. We have been joined by Paul Phillips, our 5th member of the CAC. Funding commitment. Bally should commit a minimum of $5 million annually for either or both the NYPD paid detail program and or the NYPD overtime program. Oversight and integration. Bally should provide funding for new NYPD RMPs and essential precinct equipment and hire an external community security officer. For my clarification, can somebody tell me what RMP is?
Radio motor patrol.
Thank you.
Please go.
Thank you. Just for clarification. The guiding principle is that Bally's contribution must supplement, not replace, existing NYPD resources. Comments, questions? Good?
Good.
Good? Excellent. And parks and CV2 to be included in all park-related commitments. Helen Bay Park, including Orchard Beach, Ferry Point Park, Gibbons Creek, Woods in Co-op City, Ambrosini Field and Playground on City Island, Bufano Park and Playground in Pelham Bay and Middletown, Bicentennial Veterans Memorial Park in Throgston. Do you think there's any other parks that we should be listing here? No?
I think that basically covers it.
Yeah, we could always tell.
We can always, yeah,
Okay,
Emphasis on CB10.
yes.
right,
Oh,
agreed.
Wilkinson,
Which one?
Wilkinson,
Wilkinson Park, but get the,
Do you want to add Wilkinson's Park to it?
should,
we can.
Okay, let's make,
I'll get the name.
okay.
Colucci Prayer,
Colucci.
COLUCCI.
One more time?
Colucci, COLUCCI, off Wilkinson and Hutchinson Park.
Okay. Just for the record, so we can add that to the amendments. Comments, questions?
Any other park that we didn't mention.
Right, any other parks? Believe it or not, I didn't realize we had that many.
We have a lot.
Yeah. A lot, excellent. Alex, do you think there's anything else we should be adding? Okay.
Good.
Paul? Okay, that is a summary of all our, will these amendments be posted for the public to see somewhere?
Yes, they will be posted on the Bally Bronx CNC website. They should be there already, but we'll update it with the revisions
Thank you.
made. So at this point, I think we can move forward with a vote. All members have reviewed the amendments that Lisa just discussed, and like I mentioned, they are all online for members of the public to go and review as well. The proposed request for Bally's Bronx applicant also includes a response deadline of 5 p.m. on Friday, September 19th. Any response will be provided to all CAC members promptly as soon as I receive it. Should a response not be received by that time, it'll be considered as to be rejected by the applicant. So now, may I have a motion to request Bally's Bronx to amend this application as we described?
Second that motion?
All in favor of requesting Bally's Bronx to amend the application as described?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, the ayes have it. We will complete the form and I will submit it to the Bally's Bronx applicant. And any other items for consideration by any of the members?
No, I think this pretty much covers it.
Just want to clarify, so the comments I sent from City Hall, those have gone over to the applicant?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, and we'll give them the same deadline to respond?
Yes, I can clarify.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, hearing no other items for consideration, this meeting of the Bally's Board. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Alex.
Thanks, Alex.
Excellent.
Okay, good.